Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of June 24th to the 30th. Your cards this week: Taurus, energies leaving, completing or transitioning. You have the Knight of Swords. Focus energies this week, you have the Emperor, clarified with the High Priestess, and you have the Queen of Cups coming in towards the end of the week. So, recent past here, Taurus. Look what we've got. So we've got the Knight of Swords that came out together with the Eight of Wands. So for me, this is definitely some communication that you received, some kind of message that came in quickly. The Knight of Swords is often a communication that has a sense of, harshness about it or haste. I feel strongly, especially in relation to the next cards that are coming, that you've received a message, you've learned something about a situation that's been quite pivotal to you. I feel like there has been some kind of secret or missing link of information that has come to you in a way that you weren't expecting, and it's come in quickly, and that is going to have some kind of impact on whether you move on from a situation or not. Now, with the Knight of Swords there, potentially that message could have come in from an air sign, so Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, but not necessarily. It could just be hooking into the Knight of Swords energy here, which is something that comes in quickly, something that comes in swiftly. With the Eight of Wands here, this message could have come in sort of literally over the airwaves. So it could have been something that you learned online, or it could have been delivered by, text message, more likely than a face-to-face message. Okay, so Taurus, focus energies this week. We have the Emperor that came out together with the Six of Swords, and we have that clarified with the High Priestess as well. So the Emperor, so this message that you learnt, some critical information about, I feel that this could be around your Emperor person. So the Emperor is somebody who may be in a position of authority or power in your life. It could be a boss or a mentor, or it could be a husband in particular, an older partner, that sort of thing. But with this Emperor energy, I feel like you've learned something about this person. With the High Priestess here, it's literally like a revealer of truth. Something has come to light, and through learning that, you have decided that you really need to move on from this situation. Whether you're actually sort of physically moving on from the job, the relationship, the situation, or you're really sort of doing an emotional moving on, like, okay, I need to leave that in the past, or let bygones be bygones. There is a sense of transitioning away from the situation. So the Six of Swords is all about making a regretful rite of passage, having to move on from something, but there's a sense of like grief or sadness in making that journey. But it had to happen because you're moving on from a situation that was possibly causing you some tumultuous emotions, and you really want to move into calmer waters here. Now, the reminder with the Six of Swords is to try not to carry the baggage with you. Try to leave the swords out of the boat and carry on with an empty vessel, so that you can really start a new fresh beginning. With the High Priestess too, there's that reminder of, trusting your intuition, because intuitively, you know what the truth is in the situation. You know what things to believe and what not to believe. You know what to trust just by tuning into your own gut feelings. And then Taurus, towards the end of the week, we have the Queen of Cups, and she came out with the Page of Swords. So again, this is sort of backing up that Six of Swords energy. The Page of Swords is that wind of change. So, now that you've had this message and you've learned something about this person, and you've decided that you need to move on, then the wind of change comes in. And the Page of Swords, is also the sort of messenger that comes in to, cut free cut free the things that are no longer serving you in your life, which could be, things around this situation or this person. It's cutting it free, it's setting you free, it's the wind of change. It's really coming in to shift that energy for you. Now, the Queen of Cups, I think this actually shows you moving back into a place where you're much more, stable and emotionally grounded after going through the situation and sorting it out. The Queen of Cups is that mature, very compassionate energy. Queen of Cups is somebody who can, control her emotions, no matter how, tumultuous things go, or, while having your, one foot in the emotions of life. The Queen of Cups is somebody who, her cliffs are never going to fall. They're always staying stable. And she keeps her emotions, guarded in this beautiful jeweled cup. So I think this is you after going through this journey, trusting your intuition, getting this message, learning something about this person, deciding to move on, feeling that wind of change and cutting yourself free from what doesn't serve you anymore. You are going to emerge as the Queen of Cups, somebody who's, almost had like an emotional upgrade, someone who's had that growth, that emotional growth. So that's really beautiful message here, Taurus. So that's what I have for you this week, Taurus. Good luck with that transition. It looks like it's definitely a rite of passage. So yeah, you go for it. Just keep in mind, this is a general reading. It won't resonate with every Taurus out there, but it will for those that it's meant for. And we'll see you for another reading next week.